Good day, viewers. Welcome to today's Sports Wrap Show with your host, Ashwin Bedi, ready to unpack the very latest from the sporting world, rather. In the hit list, we start off with boxing. Now, after a disappointing result in the Philippines on 13 May 2023, Fillipus Nghitumbwa will now face tough South African boxer Thatho Bonakoane for the vacant WBO Africa Super bantamweight title. This bout will be very entertaining since both boxers are very strong and power fighters. Here is Nestor Tobias as well as Nghitumbwa speaking about the fight at a press conference which was held in Windhoek today.
Last time we saw a great fight was when we were in the Philippines. So, our champion, Fillipus Nghitumbwa, had a great fight against Samero, who's three-time world champion. It was a very controversial, in my opinion, was a controversial decision. Now it's why in boxing, people just remember it was your last fight. You can talk about energy. When you forget all the other fights you won and so on, you remember that loss. So now we have to redeem that. So this is going to be a redeem of energy. We're going to come up with Thatho, winner from South Africa, who's the current WBO world champion. Now they will fight for the WBO Africa title. Energy has been training and is ready for this fight. I trust Energy. This is our next world champion. So we may just give him support and everything he needs to go through this process. He was rated number in the top 5. We went to the Philippines. We go to this fight and get a win, then you're going to get back in the rating. So every boxer wants to fight for the world title. But the process, you have to go through the process. And the process is to be in the top 50 to challenge for the world title. In Africa, it's more difficult to fight for the world title if you are not mandatory. So it's hard, you know. Those other champions we produce, they want also through the structure. Very hard, you know. Hitman, you can see Hitman was mandatory, get a chance to fight for world title. Ole Sambunda is mandatory. Henry Simon was mandatory also. So, because, you know why? Because we don't bring nothing on the table. You want to challenge the world champion. What are you bringing on the table? Zero. See? So, but when you're number one, mandatory, then the champion is obliged to defend against you. Otherwise, they will strip him from the title. So that is a problem we have. So boxing is very expensive, and if you don't have those funds, and you can if you can see now the exchange rate of the US dollar. It's killing us, you know. So it's also going to be difficult to promote the WBO Africa titles because they are ranked in dollars. Even the referee, judges, you have to pay them in US dollars. So that is why if we don't get funds, it's very difficult to promote any title in Namibia because we don't have the TV right. So, and our guys get always invitation to go and fight overseas, but we want the world champion. So we have to come together and funds together and make this guy to fight for the world titles. Of course, I have to thank our sponsors, our main sponsor MTC, our sponsor PST Bet, because they did a lot for boxing. They keep supporting boxing. Other corporates also welcome to join us to produce world champions. Because if you got the world champion in your country, you're more likely to put your country on the world map. Because all the attention will be Namibia, you know. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like a walk in the park. But we are committed to do what we can do to put energy back in the top 5 so we can fight for the world title. Okay, on the same card, on the 2nd December, the Happy Club, we're also going to have a great undercard. Okay, the other undercard we did not finalize, but we're going to have a boxer like Force, Shanika in action. We're going to have Thomas Nesta in action. We're going to have Mateus Haita in action. You know, on the other guys, you know, they are busy. Maxim Pinge, make a comeback, and we're going to have a few guys on the undercard. The big one is Energy, as the South African WBO World Champion. So maybe you're going to ask that why World Champion fighting for the WBO Africa title. Like I said, there's 4 recognized world titles. Or World Organizing Body, WBO, WBA, IBF, WBC. So that is the cream of boxing. That's the World Cup of boxing. You know? You can see, if they call you undisputed champion, when you defy those 4, then you become undisputed champion. See? Last time we have undisputed championship was Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. This guy is a world champion, but on a different level. But we're going to fight for the WBO Africa. Energy is the man. Before I give you a chance for the question, I'm going to give Energy to say something.
So Energy, on the 2nd of December, you're going to be in action. How has preps been for this fight? How is training going?
Everything is fine. Every training here in my team, my colleagues, we are doing well, and we can't wait on the December 2nd. We can't wait to say this guy with me in the ring and with me in the ring. So I'm ready, and I will be ready for December 2nd.
Yeah. So since your last fight with Casemiro, you are planning on getting back to top 5. And obviously you want to use this fight against the South African boxer to get into the top 5. Do you think that you have you have the quality to be a world champion?
Yeah, if you can see now, this time I'm ready, and I improve a lot, so this guy won't go far with me. So I improve a lot for him to face this guy, so that's why I'm ready, and we'll be ready December 2nd. That's why I'm telling you, you can't wait to see him December 2nd.
Okay, have you seen any of his previous fights maybe? Have you guys been studying the boxer, or you're just going all out to meet him for the first time, obviously, in the ring?
No, it's not the first time. I know this guy for long now. Even if he fought with the guy I fought with him, he fought with Sabello. Yeah, he fought with Sabello, and the guy the one that I fought on the first WBO, my first title, and he also did that guy also. And I want to go beat him, so that's why I'm telling you that come December 2nd, don't miss out.
Okay, best of luck, Energy.
Okay, thanks.
Certainly wishing the boxers all the best. Zoom In is coming up after the break as we get ready with those Premier League predictions.
Okay, as you guys know, it's Thursday and me and Javon are back with another prediction video and just running through what happened last weekend. But before we do get into that, Javon, a lot has been happening. You just came out of South Africa. Just tell us how you're doing, man.
Doing very well. Very excited. Had a newborn, so yeah, glad to be back as well.
A father for 10 days now. How is the experience? How do you feel about that? I mean, we have to congratulate Javon for his baby daughter that came into the world 10 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, life-changing, a beautiful blessing, healthy baby. So I can't thank God enough for blessing me and my partner for that.
Congratulations on that one. I hope she's watching here. But before we do get into this one, I mean, Javon, you know when they say a newborn is just like a new experience, a new way of looking at life. So hopefully we can get you some bets. Hopefully you can make you some cash and just get some winnings this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully I can advise the viewers there as well on some good permutations over the weekend.
Okay, with that being said, let's not waste any time. Before we do show your results, just tell me, how do you feel about your performance last week? I mean, the week before that you did really bad. You recorded your lowest, I think, 2.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so bouncing back from that, how did you feel about last week's games?
You see, the thing is, the positive about scoring 2 is like anything above that will always be great. So 8.5 the previous week,
yeah,
I'll take that. And also, just before we go into the football, the rugby quarterfinals, 3 out of 4, just the Fiji-England game. Your mighty Irish, we're still waiting on that record to come. So yeah.
Yeah, no, congratulations to you. I didn't get any of my predictions correct. I think I only got South Africa to beat France.
Yeah.
I think that one I got correct.
Yes.
But other than that, yeah, it was really tough there by the rugby. But yeah, with that being said, let's take a look at Javon's picks from last weekend. Javon, 8.5, run us through those results quickly.
Yeah, well, Liverpool, lunchtime kickoff. It was a given. I thought it was probably be a bit closer, but Salah with a brace. Wolves, I thought Wolves were going to win it anyways. 1-goal deficit there.
Yeah.
Quite disappointed with Burnley, I would say.
Yeah, you went for the right results, but for the wrong team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised since Brentford don't have the star striker, and Burnley, you could say Foster is their star man and has been playing really well. So, yeah, Brighton got the consolation there. That cost me the exact. Newcastle are flying, but not too well in the Champions League. They lost last night at home to Dortmund, but Dortmund unbeaten in Europe this season so far.
5 for them to win.
Yeah. So, yeah, what else is there? A couple of wrongs there with Luton Town. I thought they could get the first win.
Arsenal also.
Yeah, Arsenal disappointing there. But Chelsea played a decent game. I think Arsenal were very lucky to get anything from that match.
The other game that you got wrong that I'm very surprised about is the West Ham Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Wow, shocking. You went for West Ham to beat Villa.
I did go for that. That was my upset, if you recall. Yeah. So United, obviously, I mean, consolation, we always have to concede there. 2-1. It was a tough match there.
Champions League. Let's not talk about the Tuesday night Champions League and how Onana had to save us from Copenhagen. That was
hopefully that is the turning point. We keep saying this.
It's been the turning point, but every weekend it's a new turning point. So, yeah, like you said, hopefully it's a new turning point. Well, let's take a look at the Sports Rap results that we all know that I am in charge of. I manage those. And I recorded 14 points.
Only 2 wrong. Well done.
Only 2 wrong. Slam points too. Like I said, Liverpool, I thought the game would be closer and Everton would score. But as you can see, they went for 2-0. Wolves, I went for the same score you did. But then 2-1. Brentford, I knew would win. But I didn't see them actually ripping Burnley apart. As you can see, the Newcastle coming out strong. I thought 2, they went for 4. Man City, I saw them scoring 3. They were very close. Luton Town, you know, this game was 2-0 for, not Luton, but yeah, Luton Town's game. This game was 2-0 in the first half, and I thought I had it in the bag just for Luton Town to score 2 goals and equalize. I thought Arsenal would get the best of Chelsea, and you can see Chelsea came out strong there. They have been doing really well against the big teams so far. Manchester United cutting it close again. And then the last one, my favorite one, I would say Monday night, Tottenham as they took on Fulham. I feel like that was a decent game, and I'm very happy with those results. And without wasting any more time, Javon, this weekend we're back again. Premier League is back, Champions League is back, football is back. We all love football. And with that being said, let's take a look at the fixtures in the Premier League for round 10. A few exciting ones. I feel like this is probably the best weekend for the year. It has to be the best weekend this year because, Javon, you can't convince me otherwise. I mean, we have the Springboks taking on All Blacks. That's the classic final. We have Manchester Derby on Sunday. We have the El Clasico on Saturday. What else can you ask for? Then I think we also have a derby by Inter Milan and I'm not sure who, but I'm sure there's something.
Inter playing Roma.
That's also a derby, yes.
Yeah,
you see. So there's a lot of matches to look forward to, but Javon, quickly run us through your picks for round 10. Those, okay, at least you guys can see mine this time. So I don't think I have to talk much about those.
Okay, so you're going 2-0 Spurs tomorrow night.
Yes.
I'll say 3-1 Spurs. We don't need to touch too much on that. They're on the team in form at the moment.
Top of the table.
log. Yeah, exactly. Chelsea, you say 2-1. I'll go 2-0. Hopefully they can have a clean sheet there. For
Okay.
Burnley, Bournemouth.
Yeah. that's
two teams that are struggling.
That's a tough one.
It's tough. I actually went goalless there. You went 1-1, so we both went for the draws there.
But you went for 0-0.
Yeah, I think
Crazy.
it's going to be a very poor game.
Okay.
Hopefully Lyle Foster can. I would love for him to
score
at least one.
He's been getting quiet recently. I don't know if it's the international break, but he's having a slow start.
Based on that,
Yeah.
I think it's a poor game. Arsenal, you say 3, I'll get one better there. I say 4-0.
4-0.
I think
okay.
Arsenal will have a decent game.
Arsenal
I think they have a
decent,
couple of goals.
I agree with you there.
Who do we have next?
Wolves and Newcastle. That's another tough one.
It is. But I think Newcastle might bounce back from the Champions League loss. I think I'll go one better there, 3-1.
3-1, okay.
Yeah.
West Ham, Everton, I went 2-1. I trust West Ham will win tonight, and they will win on Saturday, on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday. So I'm going 2-1 there.
Yeah. Playing tonight, playing Sunday, you know. I think for me personally, that's the upset that I will, have over the weekend. I think it's a 1-1 draw. I think Spurs can get away with a point there.
Okay, so that's your upset for the weekend. West Ham and Everton, you don't see Everton losing. Okay. Aston Villa and Luton Town. I went 3-0, but I feel like I was a bit lenient. Realistically, I wanted to go for 5, but I'll keep it at 3.
Okay, cool. I'm going to 2-1 there. I think Luton can with Andrews Townsend in the squad now, in the team, I think he can
make a goal. Okay, Brighton, Fulham, 2-1, Brighton for me.
One better again. I'll go Brighton 3-1. I think Brighton are also bouncing back tonight and then also over the weekend.
Okay, and then we have Liverpool taking on Nottingham Forest. I went 4-0 for this one. I feel like Notts at Anfield, Liverpool are firing on all fronts, so I do see them getting away with a comfortable win, 4-0.
I feel the same. I'll just go 3-0 Liverpool at Anfield, and then
the Manchester Derby. I went for 2-2 because, like you said, it's maybe our turning point, but then it's maybe not also. So I don't know what that actually means, if we're being honest, really. But I don't see us winning this game. I honestly don't see us with the likes of Alvarez, with the likes of Haaland, with the likes of Rodri being back in the team. I'm gonna stick with 2-2, but don't be surprised if I do change it to 2-1 in favor of Manchester City.
Yeah, based on what you just said now, and it's very difficult as a United supporter to admit all of that. The team has been playing very sluggish.
Yeah.
Lackluster performances, although we got a couple of results now on the spin.
Yeah, we've been getting the results, but how we get them is what bothers me.
Yeah, exactly. So based on that, and City being City, I know we're playing at Old Trafford. Rest in peace to Sir Bobby. Hopefully Spirit can revoke or influence the game in some sort of way for us in the squad, but I would go City 3-1. That's easily possible based on how they've been playing.
They've done it before.
Yeah, but anything is possible in football, but I'll go City 3-1.
Yeah, it's very. I'm very surprised that you are going against Manchester United because I think this is the first time that Javon ever goes against the Red Devils. But like we are saying, considering the form, but they always say when it comes to the derby, disregard form.
Exactly.
It's a different ball game. So hopefully the likes of Rashford, who has been misfiring, can come back for this one.
He's been in poor form.
Rasmus Højlund, that one I trust. Fernandes, we all know is going to step up, but
Getting into today's Le Rugby Joe, the Rugby Football Union says it is deeply disappointed that South Africa hooker Bongi Bonambi has been cleared of a racial slur, allegedly, and will play in Saturday's World Cup final. Bonambi, the only specialist hooker in the Springbok squad, was alleged to have addressed the slur at England's Tom Curry in South Africa's 16-15 victory at the semi-final last week. However, having investigated Curry's claim that Bonambi called him a white, followed by an expletive, World Rugby on Thursday declared the matter closed. Having considered all the available evidence, including match footage, audio and evidence from both teams, the governing body has determined that there is insufficient evidence at this time to proceed with charges, Rugby's global governing body said in a statement. Therefore, the matter is deemed closed unless additional evidence comes to light. Their decision sparked a furious reaction from the RFU, who claimed Bonambi had aimed the same slur at back row forward Curry in a test match between the countries last time. Anyway, Ari Hogard is back from the Rugby World Cup and he's on standby with the international news. But from me, Ashwin Berry, see you tomorrow.
How do you find the perfect time? Is it in what we create? Or is perfection a form of art? Can we taste the perfect time? Move to it. Feel it. Or is it best enjoyed together? The perfect time is out there. Come with us to find it. Vintage Draft. Perfect time. Perfect beer.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news and starting off with Rugby World Cup 2023 in Paris. Semi-finals done and it's the finals week coming up. Lots of rugby been played the past month or so and it is going to be South Africa that play against the All Blacks. That's in the final after both of them won over the weekend in their semi-finals. News from both teams are that there's no injury concerns on either side. It seems like both of them can select from a full squad of fit players. Also leading up to Saturday's final, it seems like the weather might be good and the long-term weather prediction at the moment seems like there will be some rain during the day, but come evening when the game is played, it will be good weather for rugby with no rain predicted at the moment for the final. And then also related to refereeing, it is indicated or it is speculation that it might be Wayne Barnes of England that will be the referee for the final. It must still be confirmed by World Rugby, but that is the speculation at the moment. Another option would be Michael Real from France. But Wayne Barnes is 44 years old. He's the most experienced referee in the tournament. He's had a good tournament as well. So there's a good chance that he might be the referee for the final between the Springboks and New Zealand. Moving on to cricket news, it's a World Cup cricket that continues and a good win for India against New Zealand over the weekend. They're the only unbeaten team in the tournament at the moment. New Zealand and India, they're leading on the points table with 10 points and 8 points respectively after 5 games. South Africa, they're in third position with 6 points after 4 games. Australia, number 4 position at the moment. The top 4 important. The top 4 go through to the semi-finals, but lots of cricket still to be played. Australia has got an important game coming up this Saturday. They play against New Zealand, and it is South Africa that play on Tuesday. They play against Bangladesh. Then they play on Friday against Pakistan, and next week, Wednesday, South Africa play against New Zealand. Also a big game over the weekend. It is India that play against England, and England that lost 3 of their 4 games. They need to win against India to be able to go and qualify for the top 4 in this tournament for the semi-finals. Continuing international sports news with tennis news, it was the Japan Open that was played on the ATP Men's Tour, and the winner there is Ben Shelton of the USA. That's his first ATP Tour title in his career. He beat Aslan Karatsev of Russia in the final by 7-5 and 6-1. The 21-year-old Shelton will now move up to number 15 in the world rankings. The number 1 and 2 seeds in the tournament fell out early. It was number 1 seed Taylor Fritz and also Casper Ruud of Norway that didn't get past the quarter finals. And closing off today's international sports news with golf news, and it's on the ladies PGA first. It is the BMW Ladies Championship that was played in South Korea. The winner there is Min-Ye Lee. She's from Australia, and she won in a playoff against Alliston Lee, and she is from the United States. In second place was Lydia Ko of New Zealand. A little bit further down, in tied for 16th, was the world number 1, Nelly Korda, on 9 under par, and then Ashley Buhai of South Africa, the highest placed African player, on tied 13 on 10 under par. On the men's PGA, there was a co-sanctioned tournament played in Japan. The US PGA played there, and it was won by an American. It's Colin Morikawa. He won on a total of 14 under par, and that was 6 shots ahead of his countryman Bo Hosler on -8. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.